Here's an AMI This Week shortcut with Shelby Travers.
Hard work comes with reward. And University of Ottawa law student Erin Carr is proof of that. Her hard work won her the Dr. John Davis Burton Award, presented by the Paul Menton Center for Students with Disabilities at Carleton University.
Erin's acceptance of the award was a very personal one.
Disability shapes who I am as a person, and it shapes the lives of those closest to me every day.
Trying to shape lives has also been the goal of this hard-working student.
I came to law school knowing that I cared about disability issues and human rights. I just feel I have a personal responsibility kind of to give back to this community that I'm a part of and that affects my life so much.
It is not surprising she would receive the award. The award's namesake, Dr. John Davis Burton, also shapes lives.
He knew a lot about human potential, and that what holds people back is really stuff we can deal with if they are barriers we can identify with if you have belly in the fire. And he did, and then he sort of inspired that in other people.
This is the 26th year the Paul Menton Center has administered the award. Larry McCloskey is the center's director.
We pride ourselves on being about students. So we have other bursaries, and we're going to continue others. I do want to emphasize that the credit here primarily goes to Dr. Faith Silver, his widow, and she's worked with us all these years. We have been privileged to continue this and to try to put on quite a good event when it happens each year.
Dr. Burton was uniquely qualified as an advocate for people with disabilities.
He had a master's degree in deaf education and learning disabilities. He had worked in the school boards at Algonquin College, got his PhD from Ottawa U, and then worked for us at Carleton.
Sadly, he died from a rare form of cancer in 1992 at the age of 40. His death had a profound impact on Larry.
I still remember and feel emotional about him fighting to stay working, even as his health was deteriorating. He was so determined not to give up on his students. So, you know, we've often done things with him in mind. We've had a lot of successes, but we know that we would have been even scaled to greater heights if he'd been around.
The award was endowed by students, friends, and family of Dr. Burton to recognize those who also strive, like he did, to make a contribution. Erin's contributions stood out the most this year. She
is someone who just excelled in terms of getting involved in all kinds of things over and above her law program. She really, tough program, was going above and beyond the call of duty in terms of what she was intending to do for students. And she is only starting, so this is not for her, I've achieved this thing and now I can rest on my laurels. She's going to do great things in law and continue down this path.
There is no one more qualified to speak to Erin's advocacy than her former University of Ottawa law professor and mentor, Ravi Malhotra.
Hi, Professor.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm well.
Good.
Well, I hired Erin as research assistant to do work, and then she also joined my practicum on disability rights.
Professor Malhotra has seen Erin's commitment to making a difference firsthand.
Erin is someone that's very passionate about the issues relating to disability, and I think more broadly as well. She's just someone, I think, who has strong beliefs and is really committed to helping people. So I found that a very admirable quality, and I found all the work she did for me was excellent.
One of the projects that stood out was a conference Erin organized in the fall of 2017.
Erin organized the Duty to Accommodate discrimination conference in the context of employment and education, and at the same time it would also raise funds for the Council of Canadians with Disabilities.
But one accomplishment makes Erin extremely proud.
For the Council of Canadians with Disabilities, I assisted Council with research for a factum. They were interveners at the Supreme Court of Canada.
Not many lawyers get the chance to have a case heard before the Supreme Court, let alone a law student.
Oh yeah, I was so excited. I had never actually been to the Supreme Court before, so it was my first time going in there, and then to hear my research coming out of this guy's mouth standing in front of these 9 judges was really exciting.
Erin plans to continue her advocacy.
I'm interested in labor and employment law, but I know whatever area I end up working in, disability advocacy is going to be a central part of a central focus of my career.